Live. Hey, everybody. Kenyatta Turner here, CEO and founder of Freedom Empire Consulting, where I coach, influence, and protect. My hashtag is Behavior Matters. If you haven't heard that already from me, then you get to hear it now. If you're tuning in on Friday, March 25th for Freedom Friday Live, then let me know you're here. You know the deal. Put a hashtag in the thing, throw a heart. Someone just threw a heart. I don't know who that is. Tell me who you are in the comments. Say hello so I know you're here. Tell me where you're listening in from. It's been a minute. I didn't do a live last week. I don't even know why. There's been so much going on. I just got back into town. I'm going to talk about where I was in just a second. All kinds of things have been happening. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to San Diego. Now I'm back. I'm going somewhere else soon. And I'm just getting started. So this is fantastic. I am happy to be here, and I will share with you the quote for today. And I even have a little agenda. Why? It's because there's a couple things I want to make sure that I tell you, and I wrote stuff down. So that's pretty important. If I'm going to write things down in advance, that means it's pretty serious. I also put it in the description, and I don't know if it's showing up in there like it's supposed to or not, because I'm not sure sometimes when I put it in StreamYard where it's going to show just in the title or is it going to be in the description. You may already see the agenda. And if you do, you can follow along. But if you're watching right now, give me a hashtag team live. If you're watching it live, it is Friday, March 25th at 5:45 p.m. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag team replay so I know that you came in a little bit later. So I've got a couple things to share with you. I got some questions for you, so hopefully you may participate if you want to. You can just put it in the comments. If you're on Facebook and you go to make a comment, please give StreamYard permission to show me your name. Otherwise, I may not know that it's you, okay? And I'll just put it up there and it'll say Facebook user. So first and foremost, I need to say happy birthday to two very important people. It is their birthday today. They share a birthday. The first is Jeffrey Morris. Jeff, so if you're watching, happy birthday. Jeff is the CEO, or he is the co-founder and chief dream maker for Dream Smart Academy. If you do not know what Dream Smart Academy is, it's an amazing company. Go look them up, www.dreamsmartacademy.com. I am their chief behavioral superpowers officer, and we basically decode human behavior using a platform that has 30 years of research and is validated in 125 countries and 11 different languages. And we're architecting this tool to use it in ways that are mind-blowing. Hugh Massie is one of the creators of this tool. It is also his birthday. I was with Hugh and Jeff a couple weeks ago in Atlanta, and Hugh is the CEO of DNA Behavior. DNA Behavior is the behavioral technology firm that has, put the research and everything into this particular tool. And we're one of their partners. One of the few partners that they have a small number of partners, like, 50 or something like that. And we're one of them. And we use the tool like we want to use the tool, just like the other partners use it how they want to. But when we got a hold of this tool, myself and Dream Smart Academy, we really started using it in ways that I know for a fact, because I've spoken to many of their partners and we were at this conference sharing ideas that aren't being used traditionally with this type of information. It is a psychometric assessment, but it's unlike anything you've seen before if you haven't seen it before. And we like to say, this ain't that. So that is for all of you who've heard of Myers-Briggs and Colby and Enneagram and DISC and, predictive index and human design. Strength finders, all of them. You may have heard of them before, those types of exercises, and you go, oh, it's just one of those. No, it ain't. Contact me if you want to know why. Okay. Or listen to this talk that I just did for the Black CEO 2020 conference where I talked about it, and it was named This Ain't That. And I have a little ebook coming out too that's called that as well. So stay tuned. Either way, happy birthday, Jeff. Happy birthday, Hugh. It's so cool their birthdays happen to land on the same day, which is today, March 25th. So shout out to you. I might sing a little bit. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Okay, that's it. That's enough singing. Happy birthday to you. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the Freedom Friday quotes. I'm going to bring it up right here. Now, I'm using this whole Google slide thing here, and I'm going to see if this works how I think it should. Just saying happy birthday live on Facebook to Jeff Morris and Hugh Massie, two men that I'm excited to know and work with and be business partners with and collaborate and innovators with. So excited. And I just saying, now we're going to talk about the Freedom Friday quote. So I put it here in this slide, and I got to like make it look different because now that I know that you can put slides in here in StreamYard and I don't have to do just an image, I can do a slide like this. So if I'm pro enough, then I will plan way in advance and put together a cute little slideshow for you guys. I'm also going to show you a video in a moment. When I talk about Secret Knock, I'm going to show you this video that I took when I was there. And it's this cool like selfie platform that you stand on. And I don't know why I had something that said what it was called. It's not coming to me right now, but you stand on it and the little or the camera goes around with a ring light on it and you can dance and like do like a selfie and then it makes a little video. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So stay tuned for this little video, but I'm going to talk about the Freedom Friday quote. So if you've been on my Freedom Fridays before, then you know that every Freedom Friday I post a quote about the word freedom. Why is the word freedom important to me? Well, it's because I believe this word has so many different contexts that it can be used in. Different translations for the word. And I'm fascinated by it because for me, it means many things. So for instance, freedom to do what I want, when I want, how I want, for as long as I want, come back when I want, have plenty of money in the bank. Sherry Gideon's my business partner says freedom of movement, right? Which is basically what all that is. I don't want any restrictions on things I don't want to be restricted. Okay. I want to be able to think how I want to think. I want to have, freedom of thought. I want to have freedom of movement, freedom of to be able to be educated. I can go on and on and on. But I do truly believe that freedom oftentimes is a state of mind. And that is why I'm so curious when people, hey, Fernando, thanks for popping in. Let me know that you're here. Thank you. I appreciate you, right? So he's on LinkedIn, checking out my LinkedIn Live. We also are on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and a couple different places on Facebook. So appreciate you, Fernando. I appreciate you stopping by. So listen in, put your comments in if you have a thought about this particular quote. So when I wrote the quote earlier today, I posted, and every time I post the quote, I write a little something about it, right? But I also inspire you to share what you think about it. And because it's a piece for dialogue, right? Now, again, the word means different things. My company is named Freedom Empire Consulting. That is not by accident. Again, I already told you it's a word that I feel very strongly about, and it's what I strive to create for myself. And what I want to inspire others to do is to build their own freedom empires. Now, freedom empire is not necessarily a place. It can be, but I truly believe it's the state of mind. So your freedom empire and my freedom empire will look very different, but I'm all about helping myself do it and then help you do it. So I wrote earlier today when I posted this, as a noun, freedom is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. I say here there are many interpretations, so let's explore them together. And I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki. I believe it's an insightful and stark reminder of how fear can deeply manifest around the concept of poverty. Now, his quote is, financial freedom is freedom from fear. So here's what I add to this idea. Had me thinking. Financial freedom can work to squash just a few fears, okay? Yet not all of them. In his epic book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill defines what he calls the 6 ghosts of fear. And the first is listed as the fear of poverty. And he wrote, there can be no compromise between poverty and riches. Now, although the word riches is meant in a broad sense, including health, wealth, spirituality, relationships, career, business, state of mind, right? He also states that fear of poverty is the most destructive of the 6 basic fears because it's the most difficult to master. So let me share something with you. Fear is a death nail to business growth. Yes, Absolutely. Absolutely. Fernando, you're so right with that. So here's what this chapter in Think and Grow Rich, if you've never read the book, I encourage you to read it. But the six ghosts of fear, I believe, is literally one of the most powerful, because after he goes through the 13, success principles, right? He lays it out. It is a blueprint. I follow the blueprint. I understand the blueprint from my own perspective. I teach, coach, and train people to interpret the information from their own perspective. And I reread the book every 12 weeks. Okay. So since 2018, I've been reading it literally every single 12 weeks. I read it again. So one of the things that happens when I get to the end of this chapter, actually all of them, is that you just get reminded again and again about these concepts and what he says. But the six ghosts of fear is so powerful because he says that all other fears fall underneath one of these six fears. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the six fears are right now. I only told you one of them, the fear of poverty. Okay. You can go and look it up and figure out what the other ones are. I oftentimes will do that. I mean, I'm a Socratic teacher. Like, I don't always give you the answers. I want you to go and find them sometimes, which is also why when I tell you what the quote is, financial freedom is freedom from fear, and I tell you the person's name, I don't really tell you anything about the person and who they are. If you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, then I encourage you to go look him up. Why do I do that? I could tell you, I could read a bio, I could go to Wikipedia and look it up or whatever, but I don't do that for a very specific reason. And the reason is that I am not going to tell you what you might need to know about Robert Kiyosaki. You will find out what you need to know about Robert Kiyosaki when you go and look him up yourself. Why? Is because you're going to find something completely different than what I may have chosen to share with you. And that's going to be part of your transformation, your learning experience, not mine. I don't want to take it away from you. So if you're curious who he is, if you don't know who he is, then go look him up and you will find what you need to find about who he is. Same thing about the six basic fears. I told you one, but I leave it up to you to go figure out what the others are. Now, the powerful thing is, again, even if you find out the six, what he says is that all other fears, if they're not named, somehow fall under that. And I just want you to know what I do with that information is if I feel like Fernando says, fear is a death nail to business growth, right? And Fernando, put what you do in the comments. If you're still here, I'm curious about that. So if I feel like I have fear of something and it just comes out of nowhere and it grips me and it's like, oh, you're afraid of that, or you don't want to do that, or you're uncomfortable, I often ask myself, which one of the fears does this fear fall underneath? Which one of the six? And pretty much most of the time, I'm trying to think of a time where I haven't been able to categorize that particular fear under one of the six. And the beautiful part is that in the book, he tells you what the fears are, what the symptoms are, and how to overcome that fear. So I think about that and I'm like, okay. And sometimes I go literally back to the book and I'm like, oh, I think it's the fear of blah. That's my issue right now. And I'll read the symptoms and I'm like, yep, that's exactly what's happening. And then what he says to get over it. And I just need the reminder, right? Literally, it's a blueprint. So it's pretty amazing. So let me go back to what else I wrote about this particular thing. I just want to give you a little context about the fears. So I put creating financial freedom and all types of freedom can be important for many reasons and many ways. Okay, we're talking about financial freedom. So my question to you, if you are watching this, is financial freedom. Is it important to you? And if it is, why? And if it isn't, why? I'm just curious either way because I'm nosy. And then I write freedom and absolute state of mind, right? What are your thoughts on this quote as it relates to freedom? Those are my thoughts. And then so Fernando says, hey, I work with startups from Africa and LATAM, LATAM, to get a foothold in let me just put it up here so you guys can see it. I don't know what LATAM is, but it's an acronym for something, or it's the name of a company and a foothold in Silicon Beach ecosystem. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. Fernando, I want to know more. We're already connected, obviously, if you're watching my live. So we're going to talk. Send me a DM, so that we can talk more and get to know each other, because I'm interested to know more about what it is that you do. So thank you for being here and thanks for watching. So that is the Freedom Friday quote. I love that, definitely I'm always about it when someone's live and they can participate in that. But if you're watching the replay, then by all means, put your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious. I want to know what you think about this quote from Robert Kiyosaki. And if financial freedom is important to you, or if it isn't important to you, either way, I'm just curious because it's not important to everyone. right? It doesn't need to be. Freedom is your choice to do what you want. So what is it that you want, right? So that's my question there. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you, and let me get rid of this here, is Secret Knock. So I just came back from an event called Secret Knock, and it was phenomenal. To describe it is, I don't even really know where to start. But what I am going to show you this little video that I took on this cool selfie machine thing that you stand on that like lets you dance and do pictures. And it's only like 30 seconds. So I'm going to share that with you right now. But one of my business partners, Sherry Gideon, invited me to Secret Knock. I actually went as part of the core team, which was amazing. So I got to work with the core team and the volunteers to actually run the entire event from the back end, from setting everything up to tearing everything down day after day after day. It was like a 4-day event. And then we had a soiree the last night where, it's like a fancy ball kind of thing. Amazing, beautiful. And I have tons of pictures that I'll wind up posting later. Maybe even tonight, I'll start posting some of them. I think I took 500 pictures. So I've got to go through them, but I'm going to start posting pictures. Now, Sherry, my business partner, she is the one who's so good about, like, if I'm with her anywhere, first off, she's going to take a picture because she's really good at remembering to take pictures. And then she's really good at posting them like instantly. So shout out to Sherry. She will post something that I didn't even realize she took a picture of it. And then I'll get a notification, you've been tagged in this photo. And I'll look at it. And it's something we did like 3 minutes ago. I'm like, when did you even post that? She's so good. So I'm learning from her. Yes, Fernando, I will DM you doing cryptocurrency exchange in Inglewood, Arizona. Okay, check out Naja Roberts. I will do that. Absolutely, Fernando. I will check that out. We'll definitely talk later and I will send you a DM. Awesome. So Sherry is just amazing at being like quick with the social media posts to like make sure that everything is like out there pretty quick. So I'm trying to follow her lead. I'm not there yet. Again, she's posting the entire week. I think I've maybe posted one picture, but I have like 500. So there's that. So when you get them from me, they're going to be like a slew of pictures at one time and you'll just be able to go through them or whatever. Or maybe I'll get clever and leak them out or something. Who knows? Whatever. So I will show some pictures. But Secret Knock is this event that is hosted by Greg Reed. And if you don't know who he is, look him up. And I mean, there were so many amazing people there. I mean, there's celebrities there. There's coaches and speakers and trainers and, business owners, entrepreneurs, Carol Baskin from the Tiger King was there. Random. The event's called Secret Knock. I think it works that you have no idea who's going to show up as a speaker. So it's not the kind of event where you get a list and these are all the speakers and you know what time they're going on and you can show up and check them out. No, you don't know who's going to be the speaker. Hence secret. And so that's pretty cool because you just will all of a sudden look up and you will see, the founder of UGG boots just walking up on stage to talk to you, so it doesn't matter. There's so many different people there. And I'll post the pictures and you'll see some. And if you follow a hashtag Secret Knock or go to secretknock.co is the website, check it out. More information. So just got back from that. Honored, blessed, excited that I was able to participate with that event. Came back having met some amazing friends. I mean, people who we're friends already in a couple of days. Excited to go back next year and just be a part of this event that's been happening yearly for several years. So I'm going to show you this little 30-second video that I haven't even posted anywhere yet, but I'll show it on the live if I can figure out how to do that. So let's see if I add it to the stream. This is just a little bit of my mood there.
Your time is now. Your time is now. It's in use on you, it's in use on you. Your time is now. It's you. Your time is now. It's in use on you, it's in use on you.
So this was cracking me up because it was so cool how it set it up this way. You basically stand on this platform. And I know one of the owners was Julian. I'll tag him in here because I want him to comment on like more about this particular little cool thing, but it's this platform that you stand on. It's circular and it's got cool lights coming in and out of it. And then there is a pole that comes up on the side, and there's a ring light with a camera, and it spins around you. Okay. It was moving around me. Now I was dancing and moving too, or in a circle, but it's moving around me, and it films for, I don't know, was it a minute? It could have been a very long time. And I'm just doing my thing. And then after it's done, it goes to the computer and processes what just happened. And then it shows this little video pops up on the screen with the QR code, and I could scan the code. And then this is what it created. So it added the music, it added this border around it. Obviously, it branded it Secret Knock, which I thought was dope. And then you have this little takeaway. So it's like a photo booth on steroids. So it's really cool. So anyway, that was one of the many things. I've got, tons of pictures to post and different things like that, but I had to share this because I just thought that was really, really cool. That cool little 360 booths. Yeah, Samantha, 360 booths. Did you see the video I just posted? It was cool, So like I want to help promote their cool booth and get it out there. I just can't believe that I don't have the thing that tells me what the name of it is. So I will have to come back into this post and tag Julian in here and make sure that if anyone's interested in this particular item, that they can go and check him out and get a cool little video like that. Because yeah, that's basically what it was, like a 360 photo booth. Even though it wasn't a booth, it was a platform, and everyone can stand around and like watch. So it's all out in the open. It was really cool. So I was very impressed. I'm a gadgetron. I love stuff like that. So that's why I was really excited about it too. So there's that. I wanted to tell you about that. And the event, like I said, mind blowing. Just again, the connections that I made. Cause okay, here's the thing. Wherever you are in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, part of what you'll want to do to create success in your life. Now, sometimes people ask, what is success? They want you to define it. Well, if you look up the word, it's literally just the achievement of a goal. That's what it is. So when they say, well, what does success mean to you? Oh, you said I did one for the first time last month. Super cool. Yeah, Samantha, it was awesome. Post the link. If you've got a video of it, post it in the comments. So here's the thing. If someone says, well, what does success mean to you? Okay, well, when someone asks me that question, I usually answer it and I go, well, it means if I set a goal and I accomplished it, that is success. So to me, the question really isn't about what is success to you. The question is, what is it that you want? What's the goal? Then let me know if you accomplished it, okay? Because that would equate to success. Everyone has a different goal. Success is the same thing, the attainment and achievement of said goal. But if there is no goal, then I guess you could be successful at not setting a goal. If your goal is to not set a goal and you don't set a goal, then high five, success. If you set a goal and accomplish the goal, high five, success. So don't ask me what success means to me, because I'm not going to give you the answer that you're probably looking for. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And I'll probably never ask you that question. Okay. I just won't. But I will ask you what you want. Like, what do you really want? And I'll dare you to tell me. Like, I'll double dog, triple dog dare you to tell me, because that's usually the hardest question for people to answer. But as you are on this roll to achieving your goal, whatever it is, your burning desire, there'll be some things you'll want to put in place. And one of them is leveling up your squad. One of them is surrounding yourself with people who have what you want, people who can teach you and mentor you, train you, people who are willing to share their secrets with you of how they attained their goals, right? People who are willing to coach you and give you the advice that you might not want to hear, to give you that feedback. You have to be open to listening to it as well, right? So that's part of what I experienced at Secret Knock. And the reason why I went, quite honestly, is because I knew there would be an opportunity for that. Leveling up my squad, surrounding myself with the right people at the right time, because they always show up in your life at the right time. If you ask the universe for what you want, and all the people and things that you need and the resources will go whoop, right in front of you. And the question, though, is, are you ready to receive it? Are you ready? I was ready. And I'm always ready, okay? But I also know what I want. So when the universe puts it in front of me, I'm just like, oh, thank you. I appreciate you because I asked for that, right? I'm no longer surprised. There are no coincidences. Instead, usually I'm just in awe and wonderment about how awesome it is and how amazing it is when you understand these principles and you learn to harness them for your own purposes, right? The universe isn't against me, it's conspiring for me if I'm clear about what I want and I ask. So that was powerful to experience that at this event. And then because I'm an outgoing, fast-paced influencer, that is my behavioral superpower style. I just want to meet everybody anyway. Okay. I want to meet everyone and sift and sort to figure out who was it that I was asking for that showed up. And usually I know right away as soon as I lay eyes on them or they speak or whatever, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to meet you, right? And then the conversation reveals itself in what way. So started the process with many amazing relationships with people that have already become friends that I can't wait to stay connected with. And you know who you are out there, okay? I'll be posting some pictures and tagging some individuals, but I just want to say thank you to Sherry Gideons for making this possible. I want to say thank you to Greg Reed for throwing the event in the first place and being so gracious and everything that you've provided and just making a platform for this to happen. And then Jeff Morris, because he was there as well, and everyone, the core team, everyone who was there, all the participants. I mean, it was just pretty cool. So anyway, I can go on and on about that, but I'll post the pictures and let them tell the story. Next, also, I posted on my website too, or my Facebook, the Black CEO conference is happening right now. Tomorrow, actually, all the master classes are happening too. And it's free. So it's free to go to the event. You get a free shirt. I did a keynote called This Ain't That and a workshop called The 8 Behavioral Success Factors for Life and Business. Those are part of the conference as well. I'm so excited and honored to speak at the Black CEO 2020 conference, which is happening right now. And then there's books that I have been recently involved in. One of them is a little video that I posted, which is The Art of Connection, the second edition, which is 365 days of inspirational quotes from business owners, entrepreneurs. Hold on. This is a whole stack of books that I got at Secret Knock, by the way. Just some of them, okay? Because they do a massive book signing there. But this book right here, I have a page in on April 5th of this book. But there's a quote on every single day, and I have not looked at today's quote, so I'm going to tell it to you right quick before I get out of here. How long has I been on here? Oh, I'll be done in 3 minutes. What is today? March 25th. On Jeff's birthday. Oh, that's right. It's Jeff's quote on his birthday. I should have known that. Jeff Morris also wrote a quote in this book, and it's his birthday, and he picked the day of his birthday for his quote. So I'm going to read Jeff's quote right now to you. I haven't even read it yet from the book. So his quote is, and I'm not surprised at what it is at all. So Jeff Morris's quote in The Art of Connection book, which is 300 days of inspirational quotes by entrepreneurs, business owners, and influencers. There's a quote a day, and he put his quote on his birthday. And his quote is, know who you are, be who you are, and do what you are. Nice one, Jeff. This is something we say all the time. As behavioral scientists, we're always talking about know who you are, do or be who you are so you can do what you are. I'm an outgoing, fast-paced influencer. That's not only who I am, that's why I am, and that's what I do. I tell people become behaviorally and unapologetically you. If you're not doing who you are, then my question is, what are you doing? Who are you doing? Like what, if you're not being exactly who you are and knowing exactly who you are so that you can do who you are, then what are you doing? Everyone is going to tell you at some point, this is also part of the achievement of success, that you need to know who you are. You need to understand your unique gifts, skills, talents, and abilities. You need to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. You need to understand your life's purpose and how you might deliver that thing. Everybody says the same thing, especially in the personal development space. But my question to you is, and always will be, how do you measure your personal development? How do you know where to start? How do you find self-awareness? Well, if you're not sure how to answer that and you're wondering why all the coaches and speakers and trainers and everyone have always been telling you how to do it, but none of them can tell you how, it's because they don't know what I know. They don't know what Jeff Morris knows. They don't know what Dream Smart Academy knows. They don't know about behavioral superpowers and how we can tell you exactly how to find your own deep level of self-awareness, because we use behavioral science in order to do that. Now, you may think that sounds crazy, I don't care. I don't need you to believe it. I just need you to experience it. And then you decide if you believe it or not. Okay. And I know what your answer is going to be. Anyway, so that's his quote for today. So then he's got a whole thought in here, and then he's got a question. His question is, interestingly enough, I didn't even read this, but of course, it makes sense because this is our life. What are my behavioral superpowers identity? What are my unique gifts, talents, and abilities? How can I architect my life's purpose based on this knowledge? What will my life's significant contribution be? It's hard to come up with that if you're not even really sure who you are or why you are. His quote is on page 84. I'm not going to read you mine until my birthday on April 5th. And I'm not going to read you tomorrow's because it's not tomorrow yet. But here's what I know. If you have a hard time answering that question, the perpetual question of who am I? Everybody asks at some point. Everybody tries to figure that out. But if you can't answer that question with 100% certainty, then I invite you to reach out to me, send me a DM, whatever, and say, Kenyatta, I would like to figure out how to answer that question. Who am I? But it's not just who you are, it's why you are. Behavior matters. Hashtag behavior matters. It matters who and it matters why. So if you're not sure, then reach out because I can help you become sure. It's easier than you think. It only takes about 10 minutes. And I know it sounds crazy because if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're like, how does she know this? Just reach out to me and I'll let you know. Okay. Next thing, books. Oh, Sherry Gideons and Jeff Fagan and I have partnered up and we have a mastermind coming up called Behave and Grow Rich. Behave and Grow Rich. Behavior, that's all I talk about. Behave and Grow Rich. And I'm super excited about that. If you want more information about that, let me know. It starts on Wednesday. So send me a message or a DM and I can get you some information on that. If you want to join us, it is a 10-week course that we are going through the Think and Grow Rich book, but we're doing it behaviorally in a way that you've not experienced. I know for a fact. So please check it out if you're interested. And it's Sherry Gideons and Jeff Fagan. And three of us have partnered up to do this really cool project. We had a live event a couple of weeks ago where we showed the Think and Grow Rich legacy movie here live in Phoenix. It was sold out. The room was packed to the walls. And we will plan on doing that again. So make sure you stay in tuned for that. And then the last thing I will say, and I will just leave you with this, just as a teaser. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. That's all I'll say. It is Friday. It is Freedom Friday. And I am so glad if you are still watching this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Obviously, this will be posted in all the socials and everything for you. You already saw my video. I'll put this back up here to remind you of the quote for Freedom Friday, which is by Robert Kiyosaki, which is financial freedom is freedom from fear. That is his opinion. Is that your opinion as well? Put in the comments. I would love to hear more about that. And that's all I got for you folks. My name is Kenyatta Turner, CEO and founder of Freedom Empire Consulting, where I coach, influence, and protect. My behavioral superpower style is an outgoing, fast-paced influencer. I'm the Chief Behavioral Superpowers Officer for Dream Smart Academy, where we coach and train in all areas of behavior. We say from womb to tomb to GED to PhD, from the boardroom to the beach, it doesn't matter. If you are human, you have behavior. And we know that hashtag behavior matters. We even accredit other people as behavioral superpowers coaches so they can use this in their practices and in their organizations, in their communities, and with their families. We already have 16 that are already accredited, and we are going to be having another cohort starting soon. So if you want more information about that, let me know. Remember, if you're watching this live, give me a hashtag team live in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag team replay. And stay tuned for some pictures from Secret Knot because that was amazing. And I've got tons of pictures that I'm going to share with you of the amazing event and all the fun people that I was able to meet. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your Friday. And I will see you again soon. Talk to you later. Bye. You know what? I need some cool outro music for this because as soon as I say bye, I hear music in my head. And there's none playing for you guys. I feel kind of selfish. I will hook up some outro music. I promise. See you later. Bye.